I was out early one March morning. The air crisp, a light frost crunching underfoot, and a low, faint mist. I walked often at this time as it allowed for a calm start to the day. I could see the field gate that leads to the lane which leads back to the village when I heard a steady and consistent crunch along with my own. It sounded as though it was catching up, so I stepped to the side to allow the fellow early morning enjoyer room to pass. No one came. I looked, but there was no one there. I got a cold shiver, as if someone had just walked over my grave. I could have sworn I heard footsteps approaching. I turned back and continued towards the gate. The sound behind me returns. I look over my shoulder, but still, I can't see anyone there. The mysterious pace quickens, sounding like a slow jog. I hasten my pace, my heart beating slightly faster, as I still can't see anyone around, and the gate seemingly slipping further away. My heart begins to race as I hear the pace increase behind me, as though the strange presence had begun to run at me. I burst into a sprint, frantically trying to reach the gate before the ghostly steps catch up with me. It's as if they're right behind me, so close they could reach out and grab me. I run straight into the gate, flinging it open as it rattles on its hinges. I fall to the ground and immediately spin around. There is no one there, and the footsteps have stopped. I take a moment, my lungs burning from the frantic inhalation of the cold morning air, my eyes streaming and my nose running away from me. Now the morning silence, suddenly pressing and heavy, felt even colder. I scramble to my feet and dust myself down. Shaken, I head back down the lane and into the village. The village is a typical English village, the kind you would see on a postcard. A few thatched-roofed cottages, the corner shop, the pub, the village green and duck pond, and the gently trickling brook steadily flowing through. I decide to pop into Mrs. Dawson's shop for some milk and this morning's newspaper. Mrs. Dawson, I say loudly, trying to get her attention. That woman, she's always on that phone, gossiping even at this early hour. Just a pint of milk and the newspaper, Mrs. Dawson. I'll leave the payment on the counter. I leave some change on the counter and head back outside. I live only a few cottages down from Mrs. Dawson's shop, the one with the red wooden gate. As soon as I step through my gateway, I just about leap out of my skin. The neighbor's cat haunching its back, hissing and spitting viciously at me, as if this morning hasn't been bad enough already. The cat darts into the shrubbery, and after its warm welcome, I hurry inside. Tea, toast, and a flick through the paper should help put me at ease. I put a pot of tea on the hob, set the toaster, and sit down to read the headline. Like anything ever happens in the village. 4th of September? That can't be right. Must be a typo. Field killer still at large. Oh dear, I never heard about this. 6 months on, and the local police are still none the wiser as to who Mr. Collins's murderer was on that cold, frosty March morning. Mr. Collins' hands begin to tremble, gripping the newspaper